But now no prizes for guessing what's being discussed around the water cooler in Shortland Street's ED. An uncomfortable day at the office for Callum and Justine.
Callum. Oh, almost forgot you.
You need to cool it right now. Justine is not stupid. She will figure out everything if you continue to carry on like this.
It's all for you. Don't you understand that? The food, the wine, everything, all of it for you.
Justine, wait. I'm coming too.
I really don't think that's a good idea.
Out of your glam frock already?
Yeah, I'm glad to be out of it, to tell you the truth.
So how's the do? You steal the show?
I didn't know.
Well, he's dead.
He's still there.
At Riley's? Ah.
You knew, didn't you? Please don't lie to me, Hunter.
I just found out a couple of days ago.
They always say the wife is the last to know.
Can I get you anything? Cup of tea, stuffed drink?
I think I just need to be alone right now, okay?
No. It's not okay.
I mean, Justine is not Angel herself, but even I felt sorry for her sniffing away in the back of Chris's Beamer. I mean, Callum, what was he thinking?
I know what he was thinking with.
Yes, he's a slime bag.
Libby, calm down. There's always two sides to a story.
Oh, but at least he could have told her in private. And then she would have been embarrassed in private instead of in front of everyone whilst choking on some very leathery beef.
Honesty is the best policy, you mean?
Of course. That is what you believe in, isn't it?
No, not always.
Explain yourself?
There are reasons why people do things and keep them to themselves. Sometimes those reasons are complicated, and sometimes those reasons are none of our business.
Are you saying that there is some kind of reason for some people to cheat on their partners?
No, I'm saying there may be a reason not to own up to it.
What, such as?
Well, there's a lot of truth in the saying, what they don't know won't hurt them.
Oh, but people get found out, and then the other people get hurt more than if the first people had owned up when they should have.
Yeah, I almost followed that.
Let me explain again, because I think it is very important that we're on the same page about this.
But we're not. Now, you see, I could lie and say that we were, but then I'd be being dishonest. And that's not what you want, is it?
Sophie gets in tomorrow. It's okay, I'll pick her up, but will she see Dad's suitcase in the driveway or his undies scattered all over the front lawn?
I don't know.
Good night, Hunter.
At least I looked good, didn't I? I think if you're going to be humiliated in front of your colleagues by your husband's mistress, it's important to look your best. But why? Out of all of the women in the world, did you choose her? A blonde bimbo I could understand, but Riley? Do you love her?
No. It was never serious. But it happened. And I am so sorry.
Did you screw her to get the job? You did, didn't you? You screwed your way to the top. Cliché upon cliché.
Well, at least she believed I could do the job. At least she believed in me.
Oh, I believed in you.
No, Justine. We're having a truth session, so let's be truthful. You never thought I could do it. But Riley did, and it made me feel good.
Oh, having her stroke your ego? Not to mention the rest of you.
Just so we're clear, I was CEO before this happened, so I didn't, as you so delightfully put it, screw my way to the top.
But you did screw her at that place that you took me for dinner.
I tried to get her to cancel.
You should have tried harder.
We all make mistakes, Justine. But I think it's safe to say that my mistake won't end up on the front page of a newspaper.
Oh, is that what this is all about? Revenge, evening out the playing field. One question. Riley, how far do you think she'll take it? The woman scorned bit.
I don't know.
What, will she get a loudspeaker, send out a group email, or what?
Our best option today is to present a united front.
What, like it never happened?
Like we're going to get through this.
Are we?
That's what I'm hoping. It's her last day, remember? Then she's out of here for good.
All right. Teeth together, lips apart it is.
I am so sorry. I never meant to hurt you.
Now I know how you felt. And I really am sorry too.
Bonjour, family. Ça va, ça va?
Well, if it isn't our petite traveller.
How was New Caledonia, chérie?
Très cool. Non, actuellement, pro cool.
That means you had a great time?
Oh, food was divine, boys were hot, and weather was amazing. Check out my tan line.
Ooh la la.
We really missed you, didn't we?
We sure did. Are you all right?
Yeah?
Good. Well, we better skedaddle. How about I pick up some frog's legs on the way home?
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir!
Au revoir. So, what's with the Stepford parents' routine?
What do you mean?
Come on, Monfrey, I mean, was it just me, or were they acting spookily nice to one another?
They seem pretty normal to me.
Knock, knock. Sorry to bother you, I just need your forwarding address. How are you feeling?
My head hurts. That's not what hurts the most.
Dinner was delicious.
Please. I think we both know that as far as dinner party disasters go, last night was epic.
Oh, wasn't that bad?
Libby,
Okay, yeah, it was bad.
I never meant to spill the beans like that. I just blame it on a lethal mix of hostess anxiety and too much champagne.
You don't have to explain.
Yes, I do. Having an affair with a married man was not on my to-do list, believe me. But Callum was just so persistent. He wouldn't take no for an answer.
Really?
He said he cared about me. And I believed him, just like every other sucker who's ever had an affair with a married man. You know what? Just like every other sucker, he dumped me as soon as he got what he wanted.
That is so wrong.
I was lonely, vulnerable. Callum saw it and moved in for the kill.
What a creep.
You must think I'm pathetic.
Not at all.
Well, I do. And if this gets back to anybody at the DHB or the ministry, they're going to think that too.
And who is going to tell that lot?
People who don't like me right now?
Mark my words. If it gets out, it's not going to be you that looks bad.
No, Libby. I know that look in your eye. Look, I don't want you rocking the boat, okay? You have to work with Callum. You're going to have to stay professional about all of this.
Don't you worry, I'll be nothing but professional. Thank you.
Any gossip from Riley's dinner party?
One word. Scandalous.
Do tell.
In a minute.
Good morning.
Morning, Yvonne, Libby.
For you?
Thanks.
How's the rain?
Eased off.
Are you okay then?
Fine. How are you?
I could do with a little more shut-eye, to tell you the truth.
Yes, I think we'll both be having an early night tonight.
After you've cooked up those frog's legs for Soph.
Frog's legs.
Sophie's gone all French on us. On second thoughts, pizza.
Snip her back into reality.
Craig, ready for the HOD meeting?
Riley's swan song. Can't wait.
Now, play nice.
Why? All she's going to do is dump more initiatives on me, keep me from doing my job.
I'm prepared to listen to what she has to say.
Because some of those initiatives are working, aren't they?
Like I said, just can't wait.
Better get on.
Me too.
I thought they'd never leave. So, what was the big scandal?
Chris, how are you?
More to the point, how are you?
Hurt, embarrassed, angry. The normal emotions I imagine when your husband's mistress comes clean.
Frankly, I'm a little surprised to see you here today.
Well, that's the thing about life. It goes on, whether you want it to or not.
Oh, if you need to talk about anything.
As a matter of fact, I do. I have a couple of questions about the theatre list.
Justine, you're going to have to face Callum at some point, so you might as well practice on me. I can give you some good tips. Here, why don't you start by chucking these around the room for a warm-up?
We've already talked it through. No chucking, no yelling. Just moving on.
Okay.
Now, this lap collie for Mrs. Bradley. It looks like it might be a little bit trickier than I thought.
That memo to the DHB.
Done?
You've set up the appointment with Central?
Yes?
What about the meeting with IT? They're happy?
Mm-hmm.
You're sure?
Yes, quite.
Libby, you seem to have a problem.
Sorry, didn't sleep well, but tense after last night, you know.
Last night was last night. You're here now. Now, if you can't act in a professional manner, I suggest you take some time off to work through whatever is bothering you.
Oh, look at that. I suddenly feel better.
Good. Let's keep it that way. Was there something else?
Nearly forgot. The information packs about the New Zealand Hospital League. Would you like me to hand them out now or at the meeting?
Which meeting?
The HOD meeting.
You could hand them out early, thank you.
And would you like me to give one of those to Riley?
No, of course not. She's doing the presentation. She'll already have a copy.
Oh, of course. I'll go see if she needs any help. Oh, and just checking. Are all the HODs invited?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
If you just want to hold for a minute, I'll try and find that information for you. I'm right in the middle of a call.
Finish it. Unless you want them to hear what I'm about to say.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to call you back. Sure. Bye. Please have a seat. Can I get you a coffee?
You got me good last night. I'll give you that.
It's over, Justine. Hands off. Phone number deleted. Over.
Not so fast.
Really, I don't know what there is to say.
Last night, I saw your little digs. The way you fawned all over Callum, treating him like he was all yours. You wanted me to know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do not even have the dignity to be honest with me. Even now. Pathetic. You know what's even more pathetic? You thought that Callum would leave me. For you. Talk about deluded.
I wouldn't be too smug if I were you.
Here it comes.
Whatever Callum may have told you, I didn't have to twist his arm very hard to get him into bed. What does that say about your precious little marriage?
You're trying to get in the final little dig, are you? Bravo! Maybe you can celebrate tonight, all by yourself in your lonely little apartment. Me? I'll be having dinner with my husband and our children. In our house, in our home.
I'm supposed to be what? Impressed? Jealous? Please. The cracks in your relationship are big enough to fall through.
I won't be a sec. I just need to check that she's got the same version.
And then you can tell me what was so scandalous. I've been waiting all day.
Oh, please. I just ate.
You know, if you want to outdo me, honey, you're going to have to do a lot better than that. You know
What are you doing? Come back here.
always a cheat.
Yeah, and once a slag, always a slag.
Poor Justine. She must be devastated.
Justine, devastated. What about? Callum and Riley.
No.
Yes.
Well, how did you get the information? Who's the leak? Do you have proof?
It all came out last night at Riley's dinner. Chris and I are witnesses.
Oh, phew.
Few?
I just mean, phew, that I wasn't there because it must have been super tense.
I couldn't breathe.
Tears?
Justine was strong, held herself together. Riley, total blubbering mess.
Shameless little minx.
No, Mum, it was Callum. He's the one who put the moves on.
Oh, who told you that?
Riley.
Well, surprise, surprise.
What does that mean?
Just trust me.
I don't know. With all these affairs going on, it's a wonder people have time to do any work. Well, I suppose where there's a will, there's a way. Or should I say, where there's a willy.
Callum is such a scumbag.
Oh, police. It's not as if you can cast the first stone. That was a wedding ring around George's finger when you were bonking him, wasn't it?
Sex. It's better to just steer well clear, that's what I say. See the mess it causes? Come on, if everyone took sex out of the equation, things would be so much simpler.
Gerald, if everyone took sex out of the equation, then we wouldn't be here.
Okay, yes,
You
I know
need
that
to look
argument.
at it from a biological point of view.
We weren't born with our bits and pieces just for show. They're there to be used.
Well, I just think if you become obsessed with sex, it's not healthy.
You make it sound like everyone who likes sex is thinking about it 24/7 or is waiting to commit adultery with every Tom, Dick and Harry.
I'm just calling it like I see it.
Well, then your vision is warped. And it has been ever since you decided you're,
Warped.
You don't think sex is healthy. But I don't think that's healthy, regardless of your sexuality, asexuality, whateverality.
Well, I just think it's gross the way some people let sex rule their lives, or even ruin their lives. Like Riley, for example. Whoa, talk about lock up your husband.
Well, clearly not everyone is as much of a slapper as she is.
Yeah, thank the heavens.
So if she represents, 1% of women, what does it say for the rest of us? Hey, all the HODs will have their information pack.
How many people did you tell?
About...
Great. Now everyone thinks I'm the Jezebel of Shortland Street, thanks to you.
No, they'll think that Callum is a sleaze and you're the one who got duped.
Well, that's not the word on the street.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm sorry that I ever talked to you about any of it in the first place. I told you I was worried about the DHB and the ministry hearing about it. Did you think about that before you opened your big mouth?
I thought you wanted people to hear your side of the story.
I never said any such thing.
But women should know what a sleaze Callum is.
You little idiot. You may have cost me my next job, my career. Don't just stand there. Get out.
Wait a minute. You brought this on yourself. You had the affair with Callum. You made the scene at dinner. In fact, our little heart-to-heart this morning, you were just trying to play me, weren't you? Like you've been playing me since day one. Promising the world and serving up nothing. Is that how you played Callum too?
Leave before I say something I might regret.
You already did that last night.
New Zealand Hospital League information pack, hand-delivered.
Hospital League sounds like a footy team.
Sounds like yet another time-wasting exercise in paperwork that will do stuff all to improve patient care.
Oh man, we're getting graded.
First and last, winners and losers, nationwide.
It's Hospital Idle.
And the hospital with the lowest number of votes and going home tonight is...
Yeah, okay, you can laugh about it. I bet they'll find a way to use their results against us.
It's a bit like waiting for your marks back at school, huh?
Well, that would make Callum the headmaster.
Careful, he'll put you on detention if he hears you poo-pooing his league.
Believe me, the only person who deserves to be on detention right now is Callum. I better leave you to it.
Oh, no. I think you'd better start talking.
I saw Callum and Justine this morning. They acted like it was just another day in the office.
Yeah, I imagine they're just trying to get through the day.
Doesn't it strike you as a little bit odd? Okay, look, don't bite my head off here, but just say it. Well, Justine has an affair with you. She gets head of surgery. Callum bunks up with Riley. Next minute, he's CEO.
I don't think I like where this is going.
No offence, mate, but the results do speak for themselves.
In other words, they planned to sleep their way to the top.
From the minute they stepped off the plane.
So you're saying I was duped, that I gave Justine a job she wasn't qualified for?
Look, I'm not having a go at you. Just them. I think they're a bit dodgy. Power hungry.
Yeah, it's almost time.
One lamb shank with kumara mash, 3 minutes in the microwave and you're good to gobble.
What did I do to deserve this?
I need to be working late tonight.
Food and your life, thank you. You're right, by the way.
No, about what? There are so many things.
About not knowing what goes on in other people's relationships.
Take a look back on Callum and Riley.
I don't know who the bad guy is anymore.
Well, you don't need to know. So stop worrying so much about other people's business.
Worry about my own relationship, you think?
Oh, there's no need. Not a little dishonesty in the case.
Libby, we're almost about to start.
Sure, I'll just dump this in the staff room and I'll be right up.
What do you mean, dump? That's finest IV cuisine you're holding in your hot little hands.
Are you all right?
I've been better.
Sophie just paid me a visit. Smelt trouble at the OK Corral. I told her we were having teething problems with me in the new job.
Good. And, I went visiting too.
thought you might. But remember, after this meeting, she is out of here and out of our lives forever and ever. Amen. Do you want to skip this meeting?
No.
Sorry, I shouldn't have asked that. You could deal to this woman in your sleep.
Errors and misadventures in all New Zealand hospitals will be tabulated across the year. The calculations are done, and the results will be out tomorrow.
In other words, the faceless bureaucrats have begun their witch hunt, and it's only a matter of time till the stats are released to the media.
They call it transparency.
Yeah, I can think of another word for it. What's next? Self-criticism meetings in our Chairman Mao uniforms?
Oh, no, Chris, I don't look good in grey.
Oh, works for me.
Perhaps we'll just get started.
Well, we can't really start without our CEO or head of surgery, now, can we?
Were you waiting for us? Apologies.
First of all, I would just like to thank you all for coming. And secondly, this will be my final duty at Shortland Street, so I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you all for your help and your support. My time here has been a real pleasure.
I'm sure it has.
And just so you all know, the initiatives that I put into place here will continue to be monitored by the CEO. And I think you'll all agree that I've left you in very good hands. And just to bring some of you into the loop, the League has been created to encourage greater transparency around hospital errors, so each hospital can learn from the other's mistakes.
I'm sorry, but what use is there in ranking hospitals or ranking departments? I'm not going to lose my job if my department doesn't make the top 10.
I think that's being a little paranoid, Craig.
I run an emergency department. Mistakes happen as part of the job, and I'm perfectly happy to be accountable for them to the patient, to other medical professionals. But not to bean counters who rank my department alongside other departments with more staff, better resources and lower patient turnover.
I have to agree with Craig. It's a classic case of apples and oranges, and to what end?
Well, in this day and age, everyone has to expect that their work will come under a greater level of scrutiny.
Everyone?
Excuse me?
Would you like it if your mistakes were made public fodder? If your professionalism was brought into account?
Well, I would have to say that
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I strayed into sensitive territory?
No, I'm afraid you're all just going to have to, excuse me for a minute.
Craig, I think your concerns are perfectly valid, and in Riley's absence, perhaps I can answer them.
You're the boss.
There's more from Shortland Street tomorrow at noon, but from soaps to skincare, Pamela Flood cooks up some beauty treatments from common household ingredients on 4 Live today.